Hey friends out in YouTube world, it is Asenva here, and today I have a fun video for you. So one of the things I was asking, I was like, so what do you guys want to see me do? What would you guys like to see me live stream and do? And one of the things was people were telling me, you should make a wig, and I was like, me make a wig? That's hilarious. Because I've got no crafting bone in my body. Making a wig seemed really intense, so in no shape, way, or form is today's video going to be a tutorial. I'm just going to share with you my experience and how it's going and what I'm doing. So first is first, you're going to need some materials, and so the materials that I'm using today, I literally did not want to break the bank because I was like, I don't know how good this is going to be or how bad this is going to be. Hobby Lobby has these 100% acrylic yarns called Yarn B. Second, I need to cut them and tie them or anchor them to something. So you're going to cut your yarn into these, like the amount, the length that you want to. Cut it in half like this. And you're going to make a little loop guy like this. You'll get your brush or whatever you're going to use to anchor it to. What you're going to do is you're going to basically make a tie by pulling the bottom through your loop and pulling like that. Once you've anchored your yarn into the little loops onto your pencil or whatever you decide to put them on, you're going to need to brush them out. After it's brushed, you'll have your fibers nice and ready for the next phase, which is flat ironing and gluing. And so this is kind of my end product. So I have already flat ironed my pieces. I cut them off of the anchor and then I glued them onto wax paper. Now this is another learning experience because I've heard some people like to do it on different kinds of surfaces. Because essentially, I haven't tried it yet, but you have to be able to peel this off, and I'm not sure how this is going to work because I did this on wax paper, and now I'm realizing that maybe I shouldn't have done it on wax paper. Or maybe I should have! After this step, which is the step that I'm working on now, is that you need to peel them off of your flat surface, and you're going to shape them so you can use them. Because as you can see, it's kind of ugly, so you're going to clean it up, and then you can cut them and customize them to whatever size or lengths that you need or want. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and make a wig cap. So this is where I've heard multiple things about how to make the wig cap, but everyone says the same. First step to this is you have to put saran wrap on your doll head. So you put the saran wrap on, use rubber band. I didn't have one, so I used a ribbon and I tied it. And you do that to protect the doll's head and face up if there's one on there. And then you're going to go ahead and with some type of thin material, I just have like a cotton, like a really thin cotton material. Although I kind of wish I had more of a stretchy spandexy material because that's what I'm hearing a lot of people like to use. But two methods, and I'm going to try out both of them. You can lay it on top like this and then bring it down as flat as you can. And then put a rubber band and then put glue on this to make your wig cap and let it dry. Or the other method that I heard too is that if you cut out individual squares and then fit them so that way you can kind of see where you're placing them, you can do it that way too. To add on to this, I asked what kind of glue you could use for the wig cap. A lot of people seem to use just white Elmer's glue. I also have Mod Podge as well, so I might try Mod Podge on the other head that I'm gonna do. And then I've heard some other people use some other glues too, which I was very amazed to see. Someone else had said like a tacky glue. Someone else used E6000. And so I went ahead and I covered it with the little pieces, and I had to cut some of the pieces on top so it could lay flat on the head. And so now I'm ready to put the top piece, which you're gonna put in the middle like this. And then you can make cuts all along the edge. Once you've cut your little pieces along the outside of the material piece, and you're gonna glue the flaps down. And it should create a shape that you need now. Well, I don't know if I like it or not. I need to try the other one, but I do feel like it's cool because you get to see where you're laying down the material for the wig cap, but I feel like I have a lot of bumps, and I don't know if that could have been avoided if I would have done it the other way, but I guess we'll see. So this needs to dry, and then according to the YouTube audience that is watching right now on the stream, they said that you may or may not need to do other layers of glue on top of this. So we'll see how it is, because this is a cotton material, so maybe it will stiffen and it won't need another layer of glue, but if it does, I'll definitely put on another layer of glue. So I actually ended up putting another layer of the glue on this guy and the Mod Podge on this girl here to make it thicker and harder, because with only one layer it wasn't that hard. I did start sketching on my board here where I wanted to make the cap come out to, and then I tried doing it on the Mod Podge, but it's very hard to write on the Mod Podge, so I'll probably have to get like a Sharpie or a marker or something like that in order to accomplish that. So our next step is actually a really grueling process, and I'm sorry I don't have better footage of it, but you have to lay down the wefts, and it's recommended to start from bottom and go to top. And as you can see there, I had like a line, like a midline to show me where the top of the head was. But it's so, like, if your wefts are not thin enough, like mine were too thick, I learned afterwards, and it just made the wig really poofy. But you kind of have to like puzzle piece them onto the wig cap, and you know, I glued them onto the wig cap with hot glue, and like just pray that you have enough pieces to cover your head so you don't have to go through the whole process of making more wefts again. But all in all, I feel like I have so much respect for people that make wigs, because after this experience, it was so hard to do this. And you'll see in just a second, my first wig that came out, this blue one, did not come out good at all. It's really funny looking, but I did try it again, and that's what that gold yarn is back there. I tried another wig, and it was okay, but it was still very poofy. So I think I just started getting lazy, and that's why like some of those wefts look so thick, because I just was like so done with doing it. But really, if you have patience and stuff, and just make it thinner and make sure it's flat ironed really flat, like there's people that make beautiful wigs. I'm not one of those people. But I hope you enjoyed this process, and seeing me take this journey of making a wig. There's definitely some really good tutorials out there on YouTube, so please check them out. So here's my second attempt at making the wig. Yeah, it's still really poofy and stuff, as you can see. But nonetheless, it was still a really fun experience, and like I said, I'm glad that I got the opportunity to make wigs. Again, you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a dollytastic day, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!